All right, so thank you so much for joining us today. Just a quick question to start, your name and the film that you brought to the Vancouver International Film Festival.
Yeah, my name is Jan P. Matuszynski. I'm the director of the film called The Last Family, which is screened here tomorrow, yeah, for the first time.
And tell us a bit about the film.
It's my first fiction feature. It's about Beksiński family. Zdzisław Beksiński, he was quite a well-known painter in Poland. And his son was also quite a cult figure. He used to work in radio. He was a great translator. And the whole family is quite an extraordinary example of how things can get, I would say, mixed between a couple of very strange individuals. Yeah, that's more or less like it.
So the family's well known, but more than well known, he's almost like a cult figure in Poland. Can you tell me a bit more just about him?
Yeah, well, the thing is that's not really the main subject of the film. So, for example, in Poland, some people are a bit confused about it because they think that they will know a lot from the film about the paintings, and the paintings and his works are, you may say, a supporting role. That's it.
Yep.
Anyway, his art is, I would say, a bit surreal and for some, very cinematic. So, yeah, and his best, I think, decade was the 70s, and his paintings were really. It's hard to say because if you say interesting, some people might say that's not really true. But I would say popular. Yeah.
Okay.
In Poland, and we thought that he's quite well known around the world. And I realized during preparing this film that that's not really true. That was quite some kind of a misunderstanding. Anyway, his art was present in his home. So the whole film is about his family, which is him, his wife Zosia Beksińska, and the son, and there are also two grandmothers. They all live in the same flat, and the whole story is around them actually disappearing one by one because the first actual idea for the film was, and it came from the screenwriter to tell a story about a family which actually disappears one by one during almost 30 years.
Wow, interesting. And so what sort of inspired you to take a different storytelling approach to this family, I guess?
Well, you know, I'm not a writer-director. I was looking for a script for several years, and I found this one. I got the phone to the screenwriter. He's a friend of a friend. Well, now he's my very good friend. Anyway, that was the beginning, and I called him because I knew that Beksiński family can be quite a story for a film. A couple years before, I was actually thinking about it, but I didn't find the right form for it because it was just like a biopic of a painter, and I didn't want to do that. I want to do something more, and I didn't feel that in that time. And when I read the script, I found out that Robert Bolesto, the screenwriter, he actually wrote it as a story of a family, more like a case study of this specific one.
Okay.
So that means that's more universal. That's not like only the Beksiński family. There's much more in the film and in the story.
So it really looks more at the relationships and not just about the life of the painter, but more, you know, the whole ethos.
Yeah, because, you know, all three were very extraordinary individuals with strong characters. Everyone is a different piece of the same puzzle, and you may say it match, but it doesn't really match that how they would like. So during those 30 years, they have several, you know, situations, conflicts. They discuss a lot of things, and what was really interesting for me as a director is that they talk very straightforward about things. And the other thing is that Zdzisław Beksiński, okay, he's a painter, but he's also a guy who loves the technical things, especially audio, video recording. He started to record his family a year before his son was born, which was like 1957, so a long, long time ago. And during his life, he was always far behind everything. So, for example, he was really one of the first guys in Poland who had a VHS camera. So he recorded everything, and that for us, I mean, for our crew, it means that we had a lot of material. So the film is kind of based on a documentary shooting, but we didn't really use the real footage. We just had to recreate it.
Interesting. And so this is not your first feature. You've finished one before in the past, but a very different genre with Deep Love.
Yeah, that was a documentary. The funny thing with those two films is that Deep Love was a documentary who was shot, more like a fiction film than a documentary, because I met the main characters of the story, at the beginning of their big journey. And because the Deep Love is about diving, and divers have to, plan everything, so we could schedule really a lot of things before, and prepare scenes almost like in a fiction feature. And here with The Last Family, it was exactly the opposite way, because when we were preparing with actors and with the crew, and we were just going through those archives, it was like preparing a documentary. So that's like a strange crossover of those genres, and I think this is really what cinema is about right now, to find the right mix, I would say.
And what sort of challenges did you encounter as a filmmaker during this film, and what did you learn, maybe trying different genres?
When I read the script, I knew that this is a material for 3 really great performances. So I knew that I have to find great actors, and that because of those archives and the story, I knew that this is a really big challenge for me to direct them and to tell the story with them all together. And one of the most important things for me was to create a family from those 3 actors. And Andrzej Seweryn, he's 70 now. He's a really great actor, but he's more like a classical one. Dawid Ogrodnik, who plays the son, is quite a young, sometimes, some people say a bit extreme actor. So he's like from a different corner. And Aleksandra Konieczna, who plays the wife and the mother, she's also she looks on acting from a different perspective. So them together is like a really, explosive mix. And I have to, find a way to make it go the right way. So that was one of the biggest challenges here, but not the only one, I think.
Interesting. I'm curious, what's the best advice you've received as a filmmaker?
If I would have to say something for other filmmakers, that would be just to, stay on your way and go for it. Don't let other people tell you what to do.
Yeah.
This is maybe naive and simple, but that's something that I always had in mind. And it might sound awkward, but in a way I can say that I have almost 20 years experience, because I decided to become a director when I was 10 or 11. So, and since that day, I was really, on this way only.
Yeah.
And I know that all the things that happened during those 20 years that, made me, stay focused on this, you can see somehow in this film, in those 2 films, I'm pretty sure that because, for example, I am a big fan of, I don't know, Michael Haneke's cinema or Paul Thomas Anderson, but I'm on the same level, I can say that I am a big fan of action films like, I don't know, Jason Bourne or whatever, and you can feel it in a way in those films. I could actually, you know, point a specific scene that is not really, but that's maybe, I don't want to make it that easy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, thank you so much for joining us at this festival, and we wish you best of luck with the film.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.